When you hear people talk about wall mounting speakers, they want to mount the speakers on the wall, right? So you find a flat wall and you mount it up. So either this side or that side. And for surround speakers, you want them either to the side or to the rear of your sitting position. But what if you have a corner, like that corner of the wall is a 90 degrees corner, and maybe you want to use the space in the corner to mount the speaker? How do you go about doing that? Well, here comes the Flexson wall mount for the ERA 100 plus corner adapter. How does that work? Now, let me show you how I'm going to use that corner of the wall to mount the ERA 100. So if you open up the box, I have the white one here. There's also black. So they are both color coded to the ERA 100 color scheme. Let's open up and see what's inside. Okay, you're gonna get a little bit intimidated in the beginning because you don't know how everything goes together. So I'll just take everything out of the box and you can take a look. So this is the main centerpiece. This is where your ERA 100 speaker will go on. And you're gonna see a couple of things, right? And this is the base plate. The base plate will go in and snap in. So the tray, it hides the bottom, so nothing ugly, no cables coming out. Now Flexson, including the stands that I've reviewed before for the ERA 300, they hide the cables pretty well. And in this particular case, I don't think it's an exception here. They provide all the mounting screws. There are screws meant for wooden walls. So these are wall studs that you can actually drill right through. They provide the self-tapping screws, very, very long actually. And they also provide for concrete or brick walls, the plastic studs that you push into the wall after you drill a hole for these screws to hold on. And they have other screws to mount and secure the ERA 100 to the stands so that they will never fall off. Oh, sorry, not stands. These are wall mounts, all right? And what else do they have? Right? Let's open this up. This is the corner adapter. Now, you're not going to make much sense of it, but later when I try to install it, take a look at how it works and I will talk you through it. It is actually looking to be pretty impressive. Now, I didn't actually try to figure this whole thing out without referring to the manual because I want to get this right. I'm going to screw into the wall, which I have just renovated about a year ago, and I just want to make sure that I get it right. But everything seems to fit together pretty nicely, pretty well, and this is how it will go on together. You will see how it works. This stand has swivel and it also has tilt functionality. You just have to loosen one screw here and you will be able to tilt the speakers down about 15 degrees or so. Now, this whole setup can also be flipped, right? So if you decide to mount it high up, right? And if you look at the ERA 100, let me pull out one here. Yeah, the ERA 100 has the controls on the top of the speaker. So if you mount it high up, you're not going to be able to see and touch the control, but this has a very smart way of allowing you to mount the speaker upside down, still very secure, such that the controls are facing downwards. And then from a lower position, you will be able to control the speakers through the touch panel, which actually was on top. But now if you're going to mount it up, then you can control from bottom. Quite a smart way to do it. Now, before we go on to go do the installation, I just want to show you very quickly, you need a hex. This is not hex, Phillips, right? Screwdriver head. You loosen one screw here and you're able to tilt it here, right? So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see. So this here is the screw that you loosen. If you loosen it, you'll be able to tilt this whole mechanism. If you tighten it, it will hold, and it will hold with quite a bit of power. I tested by hand, but time will tell, and when you install, you will be able to tell how well it fits. Now, the next thing is that if you look at this whole setup here, the manual that comes with it, all right, is pretty clear, but I don't think, it doesn't actually tell you, it's just one sheet here, it doesn't actually tell you how to install the speaker upside down. Now, it took a little bit of discovering, but this is a brand new one, which I just unboxed, okay? Now, I want you to take a look at this sticker here. if you pry open just a little bit here, you will see that Flexson has actually a cutout here. They actually cut out the sticker nicely already. See, you take out one piece and it exposes a screw, right? Now I'm going to go to the other one, which I've already done the cutout. Where is it? Messy table. I don't like it. I don't like messy tables. Where's my stand? Yeah, here you go. Okay, so I've done it here already. Now, if you remove these two screws, right, which I'm going to show you, let me use an electric screwdriver. Makes things faster. Okay, remove the two machine screws and you will be able to tilt this the other way. Just flip it the other way, mount it here, back in, and you can screw it back in, right? And your speaker will be able to be mounted upside down. Now you'll be wondering, hey, wouldn't the speaker just fall off? Yeah, of course, except that they provide a screw that will be able to hold, where's my speaker? Yeah. That goes into the screw thread on the bottom of your ERA 100 to secure it. This is really, really smart, except that maybe the instructions should be a little bit better. Now the instructions to corner mount this piece here is not exactly very clear either. Now, maybe just install it, fresh wall. I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And you can see how easy or how difficult it is. I suspect quite easy. Come, let's go. All right, so we are in the corner of the studio, and this corner here, this 90 degrees corner, is where I want to mount the ERA 100, which is right here in my hands. I'm going to put it one side. Maybe let's not block your view. And these are all the pieces from the Flexson ERA 100 wall mount with corner adapter, and I'm going to go through how we're going to do this. Now, most of the hardware is actually provided by Flexson already, and this is the 90 degrees corner adapter that we have here. Now, this corner adapter is going to go right here, and I want it at ear level so that when I'm sitting down in my chair at the listening position, it hits me at the right height. So to get speakers up to this height with stands, it's going to require very, very tall stands. You're looking at maybe about 36 inches to lift it off the ground, maybe even 39 inches, which is pretty high, right? This ERA 300 is actually mounted on Flexson, and they are barely maybe 26, 28 inches, I can't remember. Very nice, but still below ear level. So here, this corner adapter here, 90 degrees, I'm going to mount it right here. And all I need is a powered screwdriver. You don't need a powered screwdriver, but these screws are actually pretty long, so it's going to take a while to push it all the way in. Now, there's a right side up to it. There's a catch, or maybe what do you call this? This is a notch here, which you want to position below, right? Here, push it right flush to the corner, and start. Oh. Okay, I need to power this up, provide a bit more torque to go through. Oh dear. Doesn't look like it's going to be very strong because too thin. But let's see how it goes. There are 4 screws that you can use, so they should hold up pretty well. Okay, this side is a lot stronger. This is stronger. Good, good. Here. Okay, maybe last one. So these are wooden walls here, so you don't need the plastic studs to go into the wall. And maybe just power level 2. Go in. Okay. Dirty, but never mind. Okay, so there you go. Let's see, what else do you need? So this is the wall mount itself. Is there something else that I need? Okay. All right. So this is the second piece, and this is the one with the swivel mechanism. I'm just going to go up and let you take a look. This is the second piece that needs to go on. This is the swivel mechanism, right? These routing channels here are for cable management. It's actually pretty smart. So the wall mount itself will go on like so, go in, right? And you have a swivel mechanism. Remember the screw I told you? You can actually tilt after you loosen this screw. And for now, what we need to do is to put in 2 machine screws, right? 2 machine screws to secure this secondary mount into the corner adapter, right? Let's go. Okay, very, very secure. So note that this whole time I didn't even stand up from the chair, right? It's actually easy enough. Okay, so now this piece is now on the wall. It is so discreet, you can barely see it. I'm trying to move it by hand. Well, it's not going to come out, and let's hope it holds everything well. So the last thing you need to do is to mount this up. But my recommendation, I haven't tried it before, I think this is how it should work, is to mount the speaker first, right? Oh, wow! This attention to detail is amazing. Look, they have the back cut out already. So this back cutout on the wall mount actually allows you to access the mic switch as well as the USB-C port without removing. How much space you have behind, we'll see. I think that's enough, but let's secure this with the provided screw. Secure the ERA 100 first. Yep, so this way is never gonna come out. Oh, you know what? Stupid. I need to route the power cable first, so don't repeat this mistake. Okay, don't repeat this mistake. Small issue, easy to recover from. So let's see. Put it through here. Route it. And yep, there you go. So the power plug is in, routed through the hole at the back of the mount. And it comes down so. Now we can screw this in. Okay, very secure now. Great. So this piece, because if you look at it, untidy. Now, okay, let's see. Yep. Nice, seamless, smooth. How nice is this? Very, very well done. Okay, so all you have is the speaker cable, the power cable coming from the rear, and let's mount it. Oh, that's it. Oh, wow. Very, very cool. power it up. A bit loose, but I guess it's okay. So now note, the ERA 100 has two tweeters at the top. One is firing to the right of the speaker and the other is firing to the left of the speaker. Now if you are able to mount the ERA 100 at the corner of the room, one of the driver is going to be firing this way along this wall and the other driver is going to be firing this way along this wall. So it gives a pretty wide spread as opposed to mounting it on a flat wall where it will cover an angle to the left and the right. Now this way it will cover the entire angle from the corner of the room. Not sure that this is important. I don't think it's important, but it does cover the whole room with sound a little bit better with this configuration, and being in the corner, it saves a bit of space. I used to have the ERA 100 on the stands in this part of the room, but now the floor space is freed up and everything is going tucked into the corner. I probably have to find a way to make these cables disappear a little bit, maybe secure it along the corner of the wall where the wall meets. But there you go, done. Sitting quietly in the corner, very, very nice, very blended into the whole wall deco. Black for the black ERA 100, and if you have white, then they also have a white version. So now that the ERA 100 is safely mounted into the corner, I have to say that this kit from Flexson, the wall mount for ERA 100 plus corner adapter, it actually does work as I imagine it to be. The build quality is nice. There are small little touches that Flexson has made to make the whole installation a lot more secure, and the cable management is actually built in and thought about when it comes to designing this piece. Now bear in mind that I've also mentioned that you are able to flip this upside down so that it will still maintain the swivel as well as the tilt, even if you mount it a little bit further higher up, and you will be able to then access the controls from the bottom because the ERA 100 is mounted upside down. Now I'm liking this kit quite a bit. I didn't want to ruin the walls, but you know, for the sake of making this video to show you how well it works and how it looks, I had to do it. Now this is the right speaker from my perspective, and there's another one that I've got to set up, but I know it's not going to take a long time. There was the white one, and maybe I'll do the black one for the other side because the other ERA 100 I have is also in black. Now if you are interested in this, I'll try to find a link to where you can buy it somewhere in the video description down below. And if you are interested in checking out the other review of an excellent Flexson stand for the ERA 300, assuming you're on the ERA 300, which is a lot more expensive than ERA 100, then maybe check out the video I'm going to be posting right here. And this is where I did the test and the setup for the Flexson for stand, floor stand for the ERA 300. A very high quality stand for that one. Yeah, I'll see you over in that video.